In chapter 4 of The Simplicity of Lean, I talk about problem solving. The problem with problems is there's too many of them to solve all at once. So we first of all need to have a structured way of prioritising which are the big issues. The other thing we need to do is to devolve problem solving to as close to the Gemba as possible. In too many traditional organisations, we find that problems are solved only by experts. But we want everybody, we want this army of problem solvers that I talked about in the introduction to the book. So what we need to do is ensure that people understand how to solve those problems. There's three typical types of problems. First is that the standard's not achieved. The second one is that the standard's achieved but there's too much variation. And then the third one is that the current standard is achieved but we actually want to raise the bar, we want to improve the standard to a higher level of performance. And this is one that people don't often think of as a problem, but it's a great way of engaging our people in continuous improvement by actually breaking the current standard and demanding a higher standard. When we define a problem, we also need a way of defining it well. So I talk about the 5W and 1H approach, not to be confused with 5 times Y, which comes later in the process. And the process that we use overall for problem solving is the 8 steps of problem solving. And again, I talk about that in the book and how the 8 steps take you through that plan, do, check, act part. So essentially problem solving is critical. Earlier in the book, I've talked about daily management, I've talked about leader standard work. And that all comes together with identifying problems efficiently, effectively solving those problems. And again, as I say, making sure we've got that army of problem solvers who are all engaged and all skilled in solving problems on a daily basis.